This is day 3 of walking for health. So I'm walking for health, I have no choice, and I'm struggling with it because I can't walk, I have no energy, I have chronic fatigue, I have health problems, but I love video games, so I'm trying to create a solution. So that's my story, and here's what I'm talking about. You know what I would like to see in World of Warcraft? For them to stop being evil and corrupt, and if you don't believe that, then I call you naive and a good person, and you believe in Santa Claus. I want World of Warcraft to do what Runescape did. What did Runescape do? They literally recreated the game. New graphics. They did it like 3 times. And they were successful. And that's my whole driving point. I think every MMO that we used to be popular with millions of people should grow the balls instead of creating new nonsense and no one likes. I'll tell you something. The list of games I've bought in my life that are nonsense, that were just propaganda, mastermind propaganda, slime ball, psychological techniques, the big list. A big list. I'll tell you something. I'm not gonna, you want me to rant about the games? I'll rant. Aeon, I bought that on release. First week, $60. Play less than 2 hours. I got my wings. I'm like, whoa, I got wings and I don't care. Turn that off. I bought Guild Wars 2. It was still a really good game, but it wasn't a real game. Why wasn't it a real game? Because once you're done leveling, I had no motivation to get items because I didn't feel any stronger with the new items. Dungeons were terrible dungeons. Whatever dungeons have a level of quality to them. They're called World of Warcraft dungeons. Guild Wars 2 did something different where you just walk in and you skip 25%, like 80% of the monsters, you cheese, you outsmart them, and you don't kill them, and you just run past them. So I'm like, that's not a dungeon, bro. That's just nonsense. So Guild Wars 2 was a good game. I'm not gonna lie. For leveling up. And how good was it? I'll tell you something. I love Guild Wars 2 because of the lovely events. They're train events. And I literally explored like 10% of the game. No joke. I bought Guild Wars 2 on release. I had to get a bike to buy it because my parents wouldn't get it for me. I took 3 hours. I had a bike downhill and walk uphill for a bike and buy it. And I was young, right? Didn't have a car. But I had a bike and a dream, and I got Guild Wars 2. It was a really good game. But once you're done leveling, I was not convinced that raiding, fractals, PvP was a thing. Like, I just wasn't convinced. So I judged it as an unfinished game. So go back to the point. World of Warcraft should do what RuneScape did. Redo their engines and make a better game. And to further elaborate on the point, there's something called RuneScape Classic and Tibia and Ragnarok Online. It's a 2D, 2.5D game. I think those games need to make a comeback because I like those games. I grew up on RuneScape Classic. I never played Ragnarok Online. I did play after I got older, but never liked it. I thought it was cute. A few beautiful graphics, but you know, it's incomplete. The UI is bad. The gameplay is bad. Everything is bad about RO, which is Ragnarok Online. Tibia, it looks so bad I can't play it, but I respect how popular it was. So back to my point, World of Warcraft and many popular MMOs should do what RuneScape did. Make a better graphic engine for the game and make the game better. I believe that will work with any MMO. Before you tell me I'm a dumb idiot, I'll tell you something. We live in an evil world where people worship the devil. You don't have to believe it. It's on the internet. There are all sorts of evidence. And they don't care about the money. I'll give an example how I speak the truth. League of Legends. I can't give League of Legends more money. They don't want it. I play Shen, I play Kale, and I play Xerath. I bought one skin for each in my entire life because they all suck. League of Legends, for them to be a real democracy, real capitalism, a real positive thinking, for Riot Games, League of Legends to be a normal company, they will allow me to give them money, and they don't want it. They will have to create a system where I can pay them to vote for skins that I want. Now, we can vote through achievements, like gameplay achievements, like if you win a game with X, with your current champion, you get 1 voting point, or every kill is a voting point, every assist is a voting point, and every death is a negative voting point and let people vote. Let me tell you something. If I was in charge of Riot, and I was a normal person, I would be publishing 50 skins a week. All community-based, all inspired, because Riot, last time I checked, Riot, League of Legends is like $1 billion game a year. There's no pay to win. Cosmetics only, great business deal, but they don't want my money. Why don't they want my money? I want to play League, but like, I don't have the skins I like. So that's my problem, and that's my evidence. And my statement of my evidence, that companies are evil and corrupt, and they worship the devil, and they don't care about money. They don't care about a better product. The one company that I want to point out that clearly does something different, which I don't know the truth, I just know the world runs in a certain style, is GGG, Grinding Gear Games. Yes, I know that's six backwards, but they do something different. But they're the best game company I've ever seen. Because, bro, have you played Path of Exile? That's the highest level content you've ever paid for. The amount of money you give Path of Exile and what you get in return is astronomically the best in business. As far as I'm concerned, if I was in charge of the world, Grinding Gear Games would be the only gaming studio. End of story. They would run everything. They would remodel every game, and I would love to show people, look, if you play, I'll pay while I'll time gate games. I'll be like, oh, you played Path of Exile and you loved it, right? But I'm in charge now. Okay, so after 100 hours of Path of Exile, you're forced to play Diablo 2, all these other bad action RPGs just like Path of Exile for an hour, or you can't play Path of Exile. So I want you to experience how bad the other games were. That's how I run the world. That's me. I mean, it doesn't cost you much, but it's not a dictatorship. Let me tell you something. God runs a government, and I'm not sure what it's called, but it works. But God isn't real. Man, you realize the city of Samar Goroa, 2 cities in the Bible that God destroyed by fire. People say didn't exist. Got discovered recently. I saw it on Google News. Destroyed by fire. It wasn't a meteor. It wasn't a human-based war. It was literally fire from heaven, because there's proof, there's physical evidence that make it impossible for it to be any other type of source of fire. And it was a massive scale of fire. Like, it burned even the cemeteries and the farms around the city. So it couldn't have been an alien attack because, okay, it could have been an alien attack, but why would an alien use flamethrowers? I'm just saying. I'll be honest with you, I'll give you the doubt. The seas they discovered that were supposed to be Samara and Goroa from the Bible times, maybe that wasn't God, it was aliens. And the aliens were like, we're gonna use a big flamethrower, very intense. If you try to make it in real life, I'm not sure what you call that, because they had scientific evidence how strong the burning was. So I'm gonna stop talking about that. So that's my evidence. World of Warcraft should reform, getting better graphics, better combat, preferably like Black Desert Online. That's all we need. We need Black Desert Online, and we need World of Warcraft combined. That's all I need. I have a lot of complaints of Black Desert Online. So that's the end of my video. Until next time.